vibration. Hi, Lise. Can you hear me? I really need to know if you can hear me because I want to try something. You can hear me. Okay, I wonder if it's possible for me to mute my mic. Let me, oh, I know what I might be able to do. Ooh. Oh, but that's not going to, I want to try something. Hello. I was trying to do something. So what I'm about to do, if you can hear me, I want to mute my mic because I personally don't want my current surroundings to be heard. But I just wanted to play this video that I created back in 2016 because it foretells of this time. It was actual prophetic message. And a lot of people don't believe in prophecy. I have experienced it before, so I know it's true. And I wanted to share the video and just the video. But I didn't want to be disruptive with my background. And so I'm about to try to mute it. I don't know how that's going to work, but let's see. Let me see what this is before I start the Okay, let's see. I guess. Ooh-wee. Now, where did I do to get that from? Okay. Can you still hear me? I really appreciate your help. Yes. Hi, CC. You can hear me still, though. So that didn't work. Okay, well, I'm going to just move forward and try not to be too disruptive. I know doggone well I didn't forget. You can't hear me. See, I was trying not to be heard. That's the catch. Where was I at? I was, oh, it's interesting. Okay. Well, I was just explaining that I was just about to play a video that I created back in 2016 because it foretells of this time period. It's a prophetic message. And it is on my channel. If you can't watch it now, I actually locate it at some point in time. I actually put it on my home page. And as you see, the title of this video that I made in 2016 is called The 2019 Government Shutdown is Just a Part of the Overall Story. Now, I have published this particular video about 3 times. And so I've retitled it different titles. So today I just changed the video so that it'll be more current and therefore noticeable. And I wanted to play it for multiple reasons. One is because I now know, even though I knew then, but I have confirmation now that it was a prophetic message, that I wasn't tripping, I wasn't hallucinating, it wasn't my imagination. Because everything that I learned from this, I call it prophetic experience, prophetic awakened experience, it has unfolded in stages. And if you follow me, you've heard me say this, that the astrological energies are introducing each stage of our progression. So what am I saying? It was foretold. Who wrote it in the stars? Man or God? Either way, it was foretold. And so I want to share it so that we know, so that you are aware that there is a higher being that is sending us messages. You can get that if you're able to watch the video through. Again, if you can't watch it tonight, I ask you to come back to it. The next thing is you will have the heads up on what is soon to occur. You will understand what has occurred in the past, and you will understand what's taking place now. The video is kind of long, 1 hour and 52 minutes, but it explains everything. And these are not my thoughts. Again, you'll get it if you watch it. These aren't my thoughts. These were, well, I don't want to get a video away, but I'll say this: divine talked to me and many other millions of people in humanity. And so we already knew what was about to take place. So I'm just going to start playing a video. Hopefully I don't make too much noise in the background. Let's see how it goes. Or did I just pause it? Okay, it's playing. Welcome back to Canadian's Fly 1970. If you're new to this channel, my name is Nancy. Welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back. This video is not a tarot reading. It doesn't deal with tarot. I doubt if I'll even mention any tarot throughout this reading. This reading is actually a commentary to share some information that was given to me. The energy of this video is prophetic in nature. You can see it like that. I'll explain. On March 6th, 2016, I had a dream. Well, I said it was a dream, but I was awake. But I'll say it had to take place. I think I went to bed that particular evening around 3 or 3:30, something like that. I laid in the bed, real restless night. And as I started to settle down, something amazing happened. Now, I'll be fair. I said, well, maybe I was just drifting off to sleep when this event I'm about to talk to you about or explain to you took place. I was laying in bed. Now, in reality, as far as I'm aware, I was fully up. I had just laid down. And maybe 5-10 minutes later, I heard, pray. Okay. So, I'm praying. I'm not, in reality, physically praying, but I'm praying in spirit. I couldn't tell you what the prayer was, but I was praying. And like I said, I'll be fair and say I started drifting off to sleep. And as I was praying, I started to feel a presence. Well, I already felt the presence that said pray. But then it seemed like there was others present. And so at this time I'm like staring at my ceiling lamp, flat on my back in the bed, staring at the ceiling, and I'm like, okay. After that, then it became this, how can I say it, this strong vibrational energy beginning to build. And so I'm like, now I'm kind of like on the alert, like, okay. And so I'm like, what is this? And the presence, who I will say, I believe it's God, said, just pray. So I kept praying. Again, I couldn't tell you what the prayer was, but I was praying. And as I continued to pray, the presence of others became stronger and stronger. And the tension began to build bigger and bigger. And then suddenly I could see visually shackles and chains. Like ankle shackles, this thick wrist shackles, and all these chains, heavy chains. And then I could feel the weight of chains. I apologize, that's the computer. I could feel the weight of the chains bearing down. And so I was like, okay, now I'm fully up. I'm completely aware I'm up. So I can't give that brilliant explanation that I might have been just drifting off to sleep. No, I'm up. But I knew not to move. And so I'm still praying. Now I can visually see these shackles and chains. I can fully feel the presence of others. And I can feel the presence of the Supreme God. And so I'm telling y'all, I'm nosing. So in my mind, I'm like, what's going on? What is this? What is this? And God says, just keep praying. That's what I did. Now, as the prayer continued, as it progressed, it seemed like me and the others were like harmonious. It was all together. It was just all together. We prayed together the same prayer, whatever that prayer was. And as we prayed, it built an intensity. The prayer built an intensity. It's like as we woke up to this prayer or this meeting in which we were praying, as everybody awoke to it. It's like the prayer got bigger and bigger and bigger and more powerful. And the chains, remember, it was just like vibrations, but the chains began to really turn. And so I'm like, I'm fully awake, so now I'm laying in the bed, turn. I'm like, oh my God.
And so, again, I'm like, what is this? And I'm trying to put it in the right order. Again, it happened March 6, 2016. Before I proceed, I'm going to say that, yes, thank you for yesterday. Today is April 29th, 2016. 11:11 p.m. Day for yesterday, I was walking through my living room and I heard, did you forget? I'm like, yeah, no, but I had some questions and I'll come back to the questions I had. I hadn't forgotten. I just kind of pushed the experience in the back of my mind. I hadn't forgotten, but I had questions and concerns. So I finished with the experience, the dream, however you want to categorize it, the prayer. And so, still praying, not in the physical, but in the spirit, because I know not what to say. This prayer is going on with us. And the chains and the shackles are like pulling down. And it's like the prayer is like trying to break us out of the chains and shackles. The prayer went on, and my body, I'm a big woman. And I'm not saying that my physical body left my bed, because it did not. But the spiritual body, I've never had this experience, started to levitate. And so as the spiritual body, the spiritual humanity, started to levitate off of the bed. Now the chains have tension on them, and they're still this violent vibration. The chains and the shackles don't want to break. And so God begins to basically tell me what's going on. And one of the first things he says to me is, other than the pray, just pray, is that, how did he say? I'm trying to get it in order. I'm sorry, I know this is starting off very slow, but I want to get it in the right order. It was an amazing experience. And mind you, I'm not a religious fanatic or a God fanatic. I've had my time in the church, and I've studied. Another truth about me is that I got very angry with God a long time ago, and I stopped reading my Bible and studying and just moving forward in life the way I could do it. I'm telling you, I was so disappointed because I would pray. I studied, I prayed, I went to church. I did my studies on the outside of the church. Oh my goodness. And I used to pray so, and I would be on my knees. So it was a period in my life where my knees were red and raw. I couldn't touch them, and I couldn't get on them anymore. And I was getting beat up by life. And I'm not going to say I had a bad life, but I just felt beat up and ignored. So, when this happened to me, it was like, okay, but that's not the thought that was going on in my head. That's something that came later. Now let me get back to the dream. I'm just trying to remember exactly the order so that I can get you to understand what I experienced. Okay, I'm going to stay on it. So, my spiritual body has levitated off the bed. There's tension in the chains. The shackles have my wrists and my ankles. The chains are suspended or stretched to maximum capacity, and it's a violent vibration. And suddenly, I think I said this, suddenly, the chains And so imagine my body and my spirit is levitating and it's pulling on the chains that bind me and restrain me and draw me back down. And so my body, spiritual body, is levitating. The chains are stretched to maximum capacity. Violent vibrations, and mind you, I'm in the bed, like physically, like real, like oh my goodness. And so again, God was talking to me. I'm gonna go over what He was saying after I finished telling you. I think I can do that better. And so the chains snapped. I can breathe. Not only can I breathe, the body's ascended. And the chains, let me talk about the chains and the shackles and what they represent. The chains and the shackles represent the strongholds that bind us. Us who? Humanity. They are the demons that possess and allure and dictate and motivate us into doing self-destructive things and activities. So, the shackles were broken. The stronghold was broken. And that's what God said to me. Once the shackles broke, and like, soon as they broke, he was like, I can breathe. And I ascended. And he said, the stronghold is broke. It was broke, and I could feel it. Now, mind you, I'm fully awake. Fully. I know not to move. To stay in the state. Not to move. Number one, to move. It was not just me. We were connected. That was the next thing. That we who? Humanity, are connected. We were in the experience, and we are connected, and we always have been. And so he tells me again that the stronghold has been broken. And he also explains to me the reason why it took place at the moment in time it did. He said, had it taken place any other time, in my waking busy hours, he said, you would have messed it up. Y'all would have messed it up. He said, so I had an appointed time. This time. And I had to make sure. It was like, what I got from what he was saying is like, he said, he says, I come like a thief in the night. And you don't know when it's going to happen. And that was the experience. Didn't expect it. Wasn't thinking of nothing religious, spiritual, wasn't praying on nothing. It was like just boom. Onset, sudden. And so it's like saying, hey, I had to plan it this way and execute it this way. Because if you, humanity, knew what I was going to do, you would have let the secret out. You would have messed it up somehow. So, it had to be that I came like a thief in the night. That's a verse in the Bible. And so, that makes sense to me now. Let's see. Let me continue. And the next thing was, let me talk about the shackles. Let's talk about the shackles. I'm trying so hard. This is a complicated thing to explain. But let me finish talking about the shackles. So the shackles break. The body ascends, and God tells me, stronghold has been broken. And I can breathe. We can breathe. And what happens next is the shackles themselves had life. They had energy. Very, very powerful, strong energy. Those shackles again, like, represented or were assigned to a particular spirit or demon, and that demon may be governed over that shackle and chain and bound me and you. And when the shackles broke off of me and you, they fell down to the ground and then came back up and grabbed hold of the same spirits and demons and energies that have held us captive and bound for the lifetime of humanity. Took those demons and put the stronghold on them. After that, the weight that was accumulated on those chains, in those chains by the demons being locked up, Brother Nuts retreat, now they locked up. They started to slide down into the ground, going into what we call hell. I can see this. I can see all of this in the spirit. And what God told me after that, the stronghold is broken. I have bound them and sent them to hell. I'm trying to get it in order. It said that from this moment forward, now this is March 6th, 2016. He said from this moment forward, I might miss something. I'm trying to get it in order. So if I do, I'm going to come back and just tell you where it's sitting at. He said from this moment forward, you, humanity, are responsible for whatever you do. Each individual is responsible for whatever they do. They no longer have an scapegoat. Wow. I'm like, wow. It was wow. I'm like, and I'm right now trying to think to make sure that I cover everything because it seems like I'm forgetting something. But I'll go on. And so, at this time, I'm aware. I knew I was getting something. Now, when I keep saying me, us, humanity, he also spoke to me as he did them. Now, he's talking to all of us, but this is my experience. Is that we all were praying. Oh, yeah. As we are all praying, that collective prayer was what was used to break the stronghold. Now, for people that don't believe in God, or don't matter what God you believe in, it don't matter who you are, what you are, if you're here on this plane in a physical body, the shackles are broke for you too. You know, it was like my shackle broke. And anybody I know, I've heard that we are within 4 people of knowing anybody in this world. And so it was like that. Nancy know, and they know, and that next person needs to know, and that third person needs to know so many people. And mind you, these are people all over our world that were praying simultaneously in the spirit, having the same experience at the same time. How many people all over the world? I don't know. I do know that I can feel the presence of us and how we were obedient. I mean, he had to set us up to be obedient. Like he said, you had, I couldn't let you know. It was an appointed time, and basically I came like a thief in the night. We prayed, shackles broken, those shackles for me broke, and the next person broke, and the next person I know whoever they knew broke, and the next person I knew their shackles broke, and whoever they knew broke. It was like shh. And then as the shackles failed, they jumped back up and grab hold, like I said, of the enemy, the spirits, the evil, the demons, and start to drag them down. Talking about an awesome, amazing experience. 23 minutes to explain it. I hope I did it justice and made it make sense. Like I said, when you come here, you come to right away. Okay, let me move on. So, after everything was complete, God had explained everything. Okay? That's it. At that time, at that moment, the very moment, I knew I could get up. So I jumped up to my feet. Soon as I jumped to my feet, it was 5 a.m. in the morning. Came to my computer, and I logged in the date and the time, and titled it, what did I title it? Stronghold Broken. Now ascend. I think that's about how to type in. The stronghold is broken. Now ascend. Something like that. So, that was true. That's why I say, I believe that a prophecy has been given to me. And I'm going to share it with you. It's up to you to acknowledge it or not. I'm going to look at my notes to make sure I went over everything. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, what I did, when I took the date and time down, it was like when I first got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, that was as soon as it ended, jumped up, wrote the time down, 5 o'clock in the morning, I was so excited, but I had been up all late watching TV and doing what I do and studying and stuff, and so I was like, okay, I was going over it in my head like, and so I finally went ahead, fell asleep a few hours. Later on, I talked to an associate of mine about it, and like I said, I had questions. The questions, yeah, I was looking for some answers to the questions I had. So when I set up a little while after that happened, and during the course of the next few days, I had saying, God, universe, I have some questions. And the questions were, okay, I experienced it. The strongholds are broken. They have been taken away. And now we're responsible for everything we do from this point on. No more excuses. No more scapegoats. And for this part of the video, I'm going to use an example I always use in my videos. And that's me with a cigarette smoking habit. Terrible thing. Terrible. Protecting something that you know has the potential to kill you. That you can feel is deteriorating your body, but you still continue. That's a stronghold. Now, a stronghold is broken. My question to God, universe, is and was, alright, the stronghold is broken, but I've been smoking cigarettes for 20 years. Habit has been formulated. over 20 years. Dependency. How do I stop it? How do I get the courage to stop it? It still requires some courage. I haven't received a response yet. I'll let you know when I do. But that was my concern for me. And I'm sure as people hear my testimony, that they'll kind of say, yeah, I got this thing, all right. Yeah, Nancy is saying that you had this experience. Hey, strongholds true. But how do I stop? That's another video. So I'm just moving forward with this. So, as I said earlier in the video, about 2 or 3 days ago, I was walking through my living room and I heard, "Did you forget?" No, I didn't forget. I just had some questions and concerns. I've been waiting for answers. Did you forget? My response at the time was, no, I did not. And I'm going to go ahead and see what the stars have to say. More information about myself. My hobby is astrology. I'm self-taught, so you take my interpretations with a grain of salt. But I think I kind of got it. I've been studying astrology for as long as I've been studying tarot. They go hand in hand to me. And so, being obedient and even being pushed to curiosity, I went and plugged the date and time and location of where the event happened for me into a calculator, what do you call it, like a transit calculator, to get the positioning and the degrees of the stars. And I found an amazing story. So, what I'm about to do now is actually read to you the layout of the stars at the time that I woke up right after the experience on March 6th, 2016 at 5 a.m. in the morning. So, here is the layout of the stars in the sky at the time I woke up right after the experience. Or I got up out of the bed right after the experience, jumped right on up and turned to this computer and went and typed in, I actually typed, break the stronghold in the sin. Stronghold broken in the sin. Okay, whatever. 5 a.m., March 6, 2016. The stars in the sky. In the first house, we had Aquarius. Aquarius I didn't write the degrees, but I translated them. So, when you hear me say, the first sign I say is the sign that is in, and the second sign you hear me say behind that will be the sign that correlates to the degree that the ruler was in that particular sign. Here. In the first house, Aquarius, Leo, Moon. Aquarius, let's stop on computer. I gotta figure out how to stop it. Sorry. Aquarius, Libra, Paris. Aquarius, Scorpio, EP. Aquarius, Sagittarius, Venus. Aries, Pisces, Mercury. Gemini, Pisces, part of fortune. Cancer, Pisces, Neptune. Libra, Pisces, Sun. That was all the first house. In the second house, Sagittarius, Pisces, Chiron. Aries, Scorpio, Uranus. That was the second house. Now the third house. Aries, Pisces, Vesta. Then it moves to the eighth house. Eighth house is retrograde Jupiter, Virgo, Scorpio. Virgo, Scorpio, with Jupiter retrograde. Virgo, Sagittarius, the node. Libra, Lilith, retrograde. Now, the ninth house. Scorpio, Libra, Juno. Scorpio, Capricorn, midheaven. Now the 10th house. And it's kind of laid on the cusp between, when it did lay on the cusp between the 9th and the 10th house. Sagittarius, Aries, Mars. Sagittarius, Aries, Mars. The 11th house, Sagittarius, Libra, Saturn. And finally, the 12th house, Capricorn, Libra, Pluto. Now, that is the layout that I got from the calculator. And what I'm going to do now is interpret the meaning of this lineup. It was something that I forgot to do when I was sharing my dream with you. So, I'm going to stop right here and read from the King James Version Bible, 2 Samuel chapter 22. And the reason I want to stop before I move forward on interpreting the position of the stars in the sky at that time is because it's like the things that are written in the Bible. I know the King James Version Bible is not for everyone, but what I'm seeing is that it's true. You know, I'm sure it's truth in every culture, in every doctrine, but you got to search. Now I'm seeing these things materialize. So I just want to read this particular scripture, which I had when I was walking through my living room a few days ago, and I heard the voice say, "Did you forget?" And I was like, no. This was where I was directed to go. Like God was saying, this is what you have learned. Now let me show you. It's real. It really has a place. It's not just a book. It really has its place. And I hide you. It's people all over the world that have this experience. So we all got different religions and just life backgrounds, period. So on their journey in life, the truth has been revealed through the information that they've accumulated in their lifetime. So I'm assuming that they were directed back to their source of education, knowledge. You know. So all I can do is share my experience from my perspective, from my life journey. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not here to try to convert anyone, but to show you how I am seeing that this is real. It's no joke. It's no joke. It's some serious stuff here. But before I get too personal, I'm going to just read. So this is 2 Samuel, chapter 22. Did I write it down? I don't think I did. This same scripture, or text in this chapter, is repeated in Psalms. I had it written down, me and my notes. But it is repeated in Psalms. So to repeat a whole, basically, chapter in another book has to mean that's significant. But in the past, I never noticed it, and I didn't realize it until I went to search this scripture out. So let me read it. And it's related to the actual experience, dream I had on March 6th. There it says, and David spoke unto the Lord the words of a song in the day that the Lord had delivered him out of the hand of all his enemies, and out of the hand of Saul. And he said, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. The God is my rock, in him I will trust. He is my shield and the horn of my salvation, my high tower and my refuge, my Savior. Thou savest me from violence. I will call on the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. Let's see how far. Can I move it down? Oh my goodness, is it going to let me move it down? Okay. When the waves of death encompassed me, the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell encompassed me about. The snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called unto the Lord and cried to my God, and he did hear my voice out of his temple, and my cry did enter into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of heaven moved and shook, because he was wroth. Then went up smoke out of his nostril, and fire out of his mouth. Devoured coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. I'm not the best reader. Just bear with me as I scroll. Okay. And he rolled upon a chariot and did fly. And he was seen upon the wings of the wind. And he made darkness. I wish I knew how to read words. I'm going to try to say it. I should check to make sure that I could pronounce all these words. And it's easy. Pavilions around about. Start again. This is verse 12. And he made darkness pavilions around about him, dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. Through the brightness before him were coals of fire kindled. The Lord thundered from heaven, and the Most High uttered his voice, and he sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning and discomfited them, and the channels of the sea appeared. The foundations of the world were discovered at the rebuking of the Lord. At the blast of the breath of his nostril, he sent from heaven. Oh, goodness. Where was I at? He sent from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from the strong enemy, and from them that hated me, for they were too strong for me. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanliness of my hands hath he recompensated me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, and as for his statutes, I did not depart from them. I was also upright before him, and I have kept myself from mine iniquity. Therefore the Lord hath recompensated me according to my righteousness, according to my cleanliness in his sight. And I'll say that in the scripture, in his sight. So but what I wanted you to get from that was that he says in this particular chapter that he acknowledges that we are under or were under strongholds, things that we couldn't overcome, and that in an appointed day that he would come and break them. That and he did. And now as far as me being what did it say? Righteous? I don't know about that. It says according to his side. So I can't toot my horn because I feel that maybe he knows something about me that I don't know about me. But I was just reading that, It was another verse that I had drawn up on, and it's not here. But it was talking about the casting down of Satan and his army into the pits or into the abyss for 1,000 years. I think this is in Revelations. I think it was in Revelations 2. Revelations. I want to say it was Revelations. I can't believe it's not here. The 20th chapter. I can't believe it's not here. Oh, wait a minute. I have it. So, okay, now, that scripture, as I said, had to do with him acknowledging that there are strongholds that had us and that he would have to release us from them. Now, this particular reading is from Revelations. I believe it was Revelation chapter 20. I don't know why this app, whatever you call it, did not say what I meant to say. But I'm going to read it again. I think it was Revelation chapter 20. And it says, "And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus, and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This was the first resurrection. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. Here go these words again, I don't know. God, G-O-G, and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sands of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and encompassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city. And fire came down from God out of heaven, and devoured them. Oh, wow, how much did I? Okay, I'll keep reading because there must be something else I want to talk about. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it. From those faced the earth, and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. Okay, I want to get to that. Let me see. How much more? Okay, I'll just keep reading. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. That's why I had to read all this. I'm sorry I got it all mixed up and left out the first half of the video, but again, it's real. But let me finish these last two verses. It says, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Now, for me, when I was in church, the hell, fire, brimstone was an issue for me. Like, well, no, God put his people in hell? Like, you're right. Yeah. Now, I read a chapter that dealt with the stronghold and the breaking of the stronghold. I'm telling y'all, I experienced that about a little over a month ago. I experienced that. I was a part of that phase. And I told y'all what happened once the shackles broke off of us. That they took hold of those same spirits that have been assigned to us and used those shackles and chains to enslave us and to hold us bound to strongholds. Now being placed on them. I mean, dropped down to the ground, to the place we call hell. Now imagine, I haven't really picked up my Bible in years. Since I started this YouTube channel, I've been going more back into my Bible now than I have in years. Things that I read and studied and learned back then are starting to swell up now. You know, something's going on in my life. There's something going on in this world. Anyway, the second reading I read from Revelations talks about those demons being sent to hell. And remember I was telling you how God said, oh, now every individual person, every individual being on this planet is responsible for what they do now. He said, I'm coming back to that. They went to the lake of fire. Death, hell, Satan, and everybody was judged by their works. My mind just went back to this yesterday as I went to prepare to make this video. Because I want to be as informative as possible. Well, let me close this app down for a moment. Now, before I read those scriptures, I told you how the stars are laid out in the sky. Now, it is time for me to begin to interpret this information for you. After I interpret the information for you, I'm going to give you a summary of what the information means collectively, the whole sky was saying. What was saying at that time. You know. So I tried to take down some notes that describe or what I'm about to interpret. So if you see me looking at my papers and flipping, it's because I'm trying to get information out as quickly as possible, so I took notes. Okay. The first house, when it has Aquarius now, Aquarius is a sign that represents humanity. It has two generational planets that rule over it, Uranus and Saturn. Now, I'll come back to Uranus and Saturn, but Aquarius, it is, and if you watch my tarot readings, when I describe certain signs, when I take a certain sign, I describe it. Well, Aquarius is the individual interacting in a large group. What's a large group? In this case, the world, humanity. And when you partner Leo with Aquarius, remember I translated the degree number into the sign. And so, when you partner Aquarius and Leo, they're opposite each other. That's the 5th and 11th house. Therefore, it's a balancing act. So, and in this particular, with this particular one to the moon, so it's talking about the mind state, the emotional state, how you feel, how you respond. And it's saying that you must respond in a balanced way between you and others in the world. You know, your ego versus him. You gotta be balanced, is what it's saying. The next one is Aquarius, Libra. Now these two signs are air signs and are harmonious. And before I'm trying to figure out how I can do this more efficiently to move forward quicker. And this one's the Aquarius, Libra pallets. Now pallets represents the intelligence. What you think level of intelligence and what it's about. And it's in Aquarius, Libra. It's going to be about, remember Libra is about you entering a contract with another in order to produce something that's beneficial to both parties. It's a relationship to Aquarius, which talks about you partnering with others, humanity. Humanity. Partnering together. That and whatever. Now understand what I got from this. I think I can say it better. Understand what I got from this. Once I interpret it. This is what God, when I had that dream, this is what it was about. Is that God is setting it up, has set it up. This is what it is. For me, for you, for us, for humanity. Is that He's going to make some things happen. He's going to put some things into play. We don't have choice. And the thing is that it's about your mind. Now He's going to make your mind. He's going to shift your mind and make you focus where you need to be focused at. And the path of your intelligence is going to be on your partnership with the rest of humanity. We have Aquarius, Scorpio. Now Scorpio is about that being so intensely involved in someone else's feelings. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be intensely involved, and it's the EP. And this is the expression, it's the East point, another ascent, another way you present yourself to the world, and it is a part of your personality. And it's saying that now, people of this world, beings of this world, I'm going to cause you to be emotionally involved with Aquarius, the world, humanity. Next one, Aquarius, Sagittarius, with Venus. You know, Venus is harmony and balance and love and beauty. And Sagittarius is the seeker. He gets to go out in the world and go on these grand adventures for one purpose. To get whatever experiences he needs so that he can gain knowledge and enlightenment. So that he can be blessed, meaning so that he can grow, so that he can be developed. So I said, I'm going to let you go out into this world. Because what you're going to do is you're going to learn how to think, balance, and be harmonized with the world, humanity. This is what he's saying to each one of us. Remember stronghold growth? And we're responsible for what we do? Now, he's setting the rules. He's telling you what he's going to do. Now, the next one is Aries, Pisces, Mercury. Aries is your life force, the energy moving forward, and how you move forward. Mercury is your mind, your thinking. That goes back to your intelligence. Pisces is the loss. So we got Pisces, that's everybody out there, and the darkness, and we got Aries, you. The selfish individual, the id, the ego, you know. And it's saying, okay, that mindset of you going to be lost in the all, in the collective all of what? Humanity. The next one is Gemini Pisces, part of fortune. Now, part of fortune is responsible for enhancing the degrees really close to it. Real close to it, enhances it. It boosts it. It quickens it. So when we start talking about Gemini, being lost. Now we're starting to talk about, now I want you to understand that when I talk about these things, I'm talking about them from a perspective of the ego, the selfish individual. So, selfishness, your ego, what you want, your mindset, like that, is being lost or diminished or confused or clouded so that you can't get in touch with your selfish self. The next one is Gemini. Gemini talks about, when you early on you learn who you are, your place in the world, and how the world functions. It starts with your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your neighborhood, and your community. And you interacting and socializing like-hearted fun. This enhances that's loss. And I'm not talking about it, of course we're going to have neighbors, but I'm talking about that mindset. It's all about what you want. You want to hang out, you want to party, you want to do this. It's being shrouded. It will be shrouded. The next one is Cancer, Pisces. And so, Cancer is like that motherly figure, that nurturer, that supporter. And it's with Neptune. Now, Neptune is the cloud. And it's saying, again, we're talking about ego-driven existence of an individual, about self, about our friends, about our family. And the next one is Libra, and Libra, Pisces, Sun, and in partnership. So I say it again, it's about our ego-driven selfishness, about self, about our friends and associates, about our family, about our partnerships, especially those romantic, those ego-sustaining interactions with others. Is being shrouded, washed away, slowly but surely, from March 6th, 2016. They won't be as important to you. God's not going to allow it to be. And I'll get to why. Now, I'm going to go into the second house. The second house has Sagittarius, Pisces, Chiron. Sagittarius, remember, the adventure, the adventure that gets to go out on these big expeditions in life, have these big experiences to journey out for what? So you can get the experiences so they can grow in understanding, so they can be blessed, so they can grow, so they can be enlightened. Without these adventures, he won't get enlightened. Without these experiences, he won't get enlightened. We have Pisces here. So, now we got Sagittarius venturing off into Pisces. What is Pisces? The collective consciousness. Spirituality. It is the feeling. Remember, Pisces is about the collective consciousness and what they're feeling. An example of this is when you see watching TV and they show the little child from Africa or Ethiopia or something, and the child is malnutrition. Some people can look at that and not care. Not anymore. And it's Chiron, the wounded healer, saying that, before I do that interpretation, Aries, Scorpio. Remember, Aries is moving forward, how you put your energy forward. Scorpio is the depth of involvement. Uranus also has this generational and sudden enlightenment, sudden events that occur in order to bring you enlightenment and understanding and clarity. And it's a liberating thing. It liberates you from your retardation, or your lack of empathy in this case. Because what's seen between these two is that your ventures, each individual in humanity, from March 6th, from this day forward, was what I say, will be that of seeking after Aries. Aries moving your energy. It was actually seeking after the experience, the emotional results of the experiences others in humanity have had. You know, Pisces, and they're talking about foreign countries, foreign things distant from you. And I'm talking about getting intensely involved. Why do I want you, individual, to get intensely involved in somebody else's experience? It's so that you, Uranus, suddenly, like, you will understand their suffering. You will be compassionate and empathetic. Third house, Aries, Pisces. Again, that's your energy, your drive to move forward in life, and how you put your power forward. Put one's foot in front of the other. Into Pisces, the house of isolation, separation, mental hospitals. It's just being in an uncomfortable place, or a distant place, or a place of the unknown. The collective consciousness. What Vesta represents one's ability to devote themselves fully, 100% to a particular cause. So Aries is you. It's me. Moving forward in life, Vesta, to devote ourselves to a cause, Pisces, the collective consciousness, the collective experience, the whole thing that has happened on this planet since we've been here, and how we, I'm going to move to that, have been affected, you know? Okay. Now, you know, it moves to jumps to the 8th house now. Now, the 8th house has to do with, what I didn't do is when I was doing the first house, I'm so sloppy on my work. When I was doing the first house is about your identity. It's your presentation to the world. And so God's saying, I'm going to make your presentation like this. This is how you're going to move forward in the earth from now on. And remember, you're saying you're going to learn to balance you versus the rest of humanity, and have a mindset to be harmonious with the other, and you're going to be truly involved in this. This is where you're going to go in life. With first house, your forward movement, your identity, your presentation, the first thing that you see and see. It says in that same first house is that, hey, you're going to release, I'm telling you, you're going to release your ego-driven connections with yourself, with your friends and associates, with your family, and with your partnerships. That's going to be your identity. Every individual in humanity. And the second house is about your values, which possess what brings you comfort. It's the only thing that's going to bring you comfort. Sagittarius, Pisces, Chiron, Aries, Scorpio, Uranus. The only thing that's going to bring you comfort and security in this world is to seek out and understand the experiences of others and to sympathize with them and to try to help them, of course. Now, the third house, remember, is your early upbringing, how you learn who you are in the world, how the world is, and your place in the world, through your interactions with your aunts, your siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, community, neighbors, and all that, right? And saying that energy, that learned energy, is going to be, that initial learned energy is going to be transformed into energy where you can devote yourself to the cause of faith, learning about the other people in humanity, and dedicating yourself to their welfare, their well-being. That's what it's saying. That's going to be your education. Because now we're being reborn. We're being reborn. Now the eighth house. The eighth house is about hidden things that we need to seek out, like your psychological nature. It is your level of commitment based on your psychological makeup, and that dictates how committed you can be to whatever. And what we have is Virgo. Virgo represents being very detailed, precise, precision, excellence. With Scorpio, you can excellently dive deep, Scorpio, emotionally, intensely deep into eighth houses other people. Dive deep. That's what it's going to be about. This is what God is saying. This is the position of the stars at 5 a.m. in the morning. When I turn my feet out that bed and sit here at this computer and type the date and time and location of my experience of that dream, that collective prayer. And now, because I was reminded a couple days ago to get to this, so that I could create this video, for those that will be called to watch it, I interpret what I see. And it's saying Jupiter retrograde. Remember, Jupiter has to do with Sagittarius. Jupiter is the expansion and growth. You will gain through your it's the expansion and growth of your knowledge, your awareness, and your enlightenment. Retrograde means we're gonna go back over this. We're gonna keep going back over this. You're gonna get real detailed and deep in somebody else's business, in somebody else's feelings, in somebody else's emotions. Virgo Sagittarius node. The node, the true node, is saying you gotta master this. You ain't going up out of here without mastering this. You're not going to ascend without mastering this. And this is Virgo Sagittarius. Oh, you're going on this journey. You're going to go on this journey, and you're going to master understanding somebody else. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel what they feel. Yeah. The next one is retrograde Lilith. Now, have you ever heard me talk about Lilith? It's a little like wild girl with no shirt on. She doesn't want any masculine input or authority trying to tell her what to do. She's the girl gone wild. She executes her individualism and her right to do what she wants to do. Now she's in retrograde, so going back over that. The partnership with Libra. We're going back over these contracts. We're going back over these contracts. Because remember, Libra is you entering a contract with another in order to work together in order to produce something that benefits the both of you. And we have Libra here. And it's saying, okay, you know that wild freedom? Well, guess what? We're going back over that and we're going to redefine that for you, the individual, each individual in humanity. You are going to go back and go over those contracts. You're going to reset up contracts. That's what you're going to do with your freedom. You know, you're going to be working together in order to come up, build something, or create something that's beneficial to the both of you. The both of you. You, me, and humanity. The next house is the ninth house, and the ninth house is the house of your higher understanding. Because remember, that's Jupiter's in this house, and it's talking about your higher understanding. Meaning you journey through this life, and through your experience in life, you get understanding, awakening, awareness, and from that awareness, you get to expand. So you get to expand spiritually and mentally. And in this house is Scorpio, right? That's going real deep and detailed and getting real involved in Libra. It's somebody else. You're going to get real detailed in those contracts where you come together to create something that's beneficial to the both of you. You're going to get real detailed in that with Juno, like that's your spouse. Same way that you would be with your spouse, that ego relationship, you're going to be with the rest of humanity. We have Scorpio, Capricorn in the same house. And in the midheaven, now the midheaven is like the spotlight shining down on you. This is what you're known for doing in this world, and it's your ambition. And he's saying your ambition, Scorpio, Capricorn, you're going to be deeply involved in this ambition. This is going to be your job. He's saying this to each and every one of us. And understand that, so from here on out, everything that you do in life is moving you to the point of basically being considerate of others. It's going to be your job. This is what you're going to do. And you're going to be real detailed about it. As if this was your very own. Now, the 10th house. Now, when I first talked about the 10th house, I was saying how this next alignment was on the cusp of the 9th and 10th house. That's your beliefs moving into your destiny, your ambition. It's like how your beliefs affect you. How do they affect you? Cause you to basically chase after a certain career ambition, or make you want to enhance your reputation or your status because you believe something, because you understand something to be true. And so that's what we are here. And it has Sagittarius, Aries. But this is your journey through life, adventuring through life, for the purpose of gaining enlightenment, so that you can expand. Aries, this is your job. Yep, this is your job every day now. Whether you know it or not. It's on a subconscious level, I'm quite sure. But it's see that from here on out, your journey through life, every experience that you have is to get you to move forward and to gain knowledge so that you can expand, so that you can be blessed. The next house is the 11th house, and the 11th house is a house of friendships, associates, and I call it a large social network where you interact with others in order to teach and learn so that you can ultimately gain. And in that house is Sagittarius, the one that goes out and seek. I'm going out to seek after this particular large social network group, and I'm be teaching and learning it so that I can gain Libra partnerships. So if this is going to like a selfish, you going out trying to interact and to do what you want to do to build the networks that you want to build. Saturn's here. The Saturn is over limiting you, restricting you, denying you. Because what he's trying to do is get you to grow up in something. He wants you to mature. He's saying mature. And universe, God is saying, you gotta care about somebody else. So the rule Saturn is maybe saying here, is what I'm getting is, the rule is, when you seek out these partnerships, when you enter these social networks, it's not about you anymore. It's not about you. That's the limit. That's the restriction. Restriction in this case, from the rest of what I'm reading. This is the restriction. Now, you gotta figure it out. You know, that's a Saturn card. You figure it out. But I'm here to tell you, what he's saying is, the rules, because he's about the rules. The rule is, when you go into these partnerships, when you join these networks, when you out here teaching and learning, it's about, it ain't about you. It's about humanity. It's about the other. So, Saturn is going to be causing, it's his job to do a lot of conflict, or just making it very difficult to develop ego-driven, ego-driven, what can I say, one-seeking things for themselves because of their ego. There's going to be some challenges there, definitely. Because again, he's saying, it's not about you now. When you go connect with others, when you want to work with others, when you want to learn and teach them others, when you want to gain, it's about somebody else. It's about humanity. It's about the other. And the final house is the 12th house. Now, the 12th house is the last house. This is the completion and an accumulation of everything that has transpired thus far on the astrological wheel. And so it's like your experiences in this life, how did they affect you at the end? What is your ultimate emotional response to all these things that happen in your life? What did it cause you from the moment you came out the womb? All the joys, all the pain, all the happiness, whatever. Where did it lead you? You know, did it lead you to jail? Did it lead you to isolation? Did it lead you to be charitable? So, in this 12th house, it's Capricorn. Remember, Capricorn is an earth sign that is here to work or materialize some ambition in their life through hard work, dedication, and it's like this steadfast sense of loyalty to this ambition in what Libra partnerships. So, and Pluto is here, ruling Capricorn, and in this house. And Pluto is about destruction. It's about power struggles. It's about Pluto power. Let me see what I wrote here. I keep talking. I didn't do it because I thought it was going to be easy for me. Anyway, let's deal with Pluto as the destructive force. And it wants to break things down to make room for something new. So, Capricorn's job here in the 12th house is to interact with another in order to gain something beneficial for both parties. What are the both parties? Self and humanity, the rest of the world. 12th house. And Pluto represents the destructive force that takes place during the negotiation.
Oh, well, didn't get to the summary. I don't know how to reload when it's playing. about this. Couldn't get to the summary because the summary is much more, it's quicker. It really gets to the gist of it. Incredible. YouTube being some player haters. And I don't know if I can. Well, I'm going to try. What I do ask you is to note that the video stopped and began to spool at 1 hour and I think 33 minutes. I'd have moved the thing. 1 hour and 33 minutes. So if you can locate this video on my home page and watch the last 20 minutes, it really summarizes what that was all about. I know it was long and drawn out. It was 3 years ago. I was starting to make more, trying to learn to make more intensive and detailed videos. And as you see, I was long and drawn out, long-winded, and things like that. But at the end, it really talks about how this time period would be full of power struggles. I ended up talking about the special interest groups and how there would be power struggles and how the people in power would be moving to suppress like the underdog, and how basically if this is really, if astrology is really a divine message, if it is God's way to communicate with us, or our Creator's way of communicating with us, then it foretells of some very difficult times if the people in humanity do not work together, period. And again, it talks about various special interest groups coming together, families coming together in order to support each other. Special interest groups really putting pressure on the underdog and things like that. And the reason why all of this is happening is because of the collective experience of humanity and how we have basically, in biblical terms, fallen from grace. And we are reckless. We are self-centered, egotistical, ego-driven people, beings. And if we don't get that spirit in check, those type of spirits in check, we will suffer the consequences, basically. It also talks about, it was something else it talks about. It's another video that I would like to refer you to, and it's called Your Ass is Grass Due to the World's Greatest Pyramid Scheme. That video is also on my home page, and it's probably like 3 rows down, and it's like the whole blueprint to what I titled the world's greatest pyramid scheme. It moves us from basically, I guess you could say, the beginning of in capitalism, and say that, into where it heads. Well, it has us headed. Again, this video is it's truly an experience that I had. I was awake, and when it happened, everything I talked about, if you could keep up with my long-windedness, I did experience. I was sharing in the video that it wasn't just me that experienced it. At the time I experienced it, I could sense that there were many, many other people that were having the exact same experience at the same time. And I have seen a few videos here on YouTube that it seems like a person is talking about the same experience, but the date and time are not synchronized. And then another thing that bothers me is that I expected like people to hit like YouTubes or what do you call these kind of things, public forums, and really talk about it. And of course, I'm not in touch with everything, so I don't know who has shared this message. Because again, there were so many other people in the world that have this experience, people of every nationality, every race, every culture, everything. And again, the interpretation, the subject matters are the exact same. How we perceive them, I'm sure, vary based on our personal filters like language and religion and things like that. But if for tells of the story, and what I've tried to do since that experience back in April 6th or 2000, April, whatever it was, what was that, April 6, 2016. I've tried to, and not intentionally, this is why I believe wholeheartedly that it was prophetic, because I never intended to. I just followed the stars for, my tarot channel to try to be more detailed. But every time I consulted the stars, it was another step in this video. I know this video is very generic, and basically it being generic is the blueprint, or the blueprint for what was to be. And since that time, what was told then to be has came into existence in steps and stages that I can identify since that point in time, month after month after month. Even to this point now, about what we're going through with the government shutdown, about special interest groups, what we can say is the government, and there being these battles and struggles and the suppression of, again, the underdog. It has covered everything, and the only way a person could see it, I understand, a viewer or a subscriber could recognize this about the content that I've been publishing on my channel, is if they followed me and watched every video. And I know that most likely is not possible. And so if you look through my catalog and you see anything that talks about astrological interpretations for a given month, you might want to review that, because it was the step-by-step progression of this prophetic message. and because I received those step-by-step messages, it has really led me to fully believe my experience, because of course I'm human. I was doubting what I was experiencing. I know what I experienced, but I was doubting it. I was like, ain't nobody talking about this. But I guess people are afraid. Don't nobody want to be put no funny jacket, put in a padded room, ostracized from society, those kind of things. But if it's real, this is a very powerful message, because it lets us know that there is a divine being that does have its eyes on us. What I think I've picked up, remember in the video, if you watched it, I was talking about how I have a cigarette habit. And yes, it would be wise for an individual, include myself, to practice healthy habits. But when you look at like the habit of cigarette smoking and different things like that, in the grand scale of the cosmos in the universe, that's nothing. Just like our body is temporary, it's here for a reason and a season, and then it does perish. So there's something bigger that exists. And what seems to be going on is that the experience we are having is to address the state of our souls. When you hear me say that, I have a video on here called the state of the soul address, because that's what it seems to point to. All I'm doing is following the evidence that's offered in the stars. I also pay really close attention to the tarot readings I give here on YouTube, as well as the personal readings I give, and all of it lines up. And when I give personal readings, when I interpret a person's message and it's correct, and they verify it's correct, and then we go through the meditation process, and a person is able to work through some life challenges, that is more confirmation for me that I'm actually on the right path. I'm not going to act like I'm perfect at all, because I'm an amateur. Again, when it comes to astrology, tarot is a way to focus the mind in order to, meditate to get, again, those answers to some of our life challenges and things like that. And so, what am I saying? I'm saying that if you're weary at this point in time in your life, have some hope that we are in the middle of ascending, if we so choose to. But the criteria is that we have to learn how to, I guess, number one, be good stewards of this planet and of ourselves. But it's about caring about the next person. It really is about caring about the next person. And as I talk about the government shutdown, I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. Just a little discussion. And I will put myself on the screen. However, I don't want to put somebody else stuff on here. And you know what I'm gonna try to do, because I know that's got to be annoying. Nope. Look, y'all see how much I know how to work YouTube. I'm all, how the heck I get to my stuff? Let me see if over here. Oh, man, there it go. I'm telling you, man, oh man, one day, I'm gonna know what I'm doing. I'll be on this thing playing. I feel like an old person using technology. Oh man. And there is the video we just watched. It's on my homepage, as you can see. Can Angels Fly Tarot? Oh Lord, I like this little thing though. One day I'm gonna learn what I am doing because I like it. I like it. This is my homepage, and the video that I was just we were just watching and enjoying together. Again, it's like another 20 minutes. I do ask you to watch that because it covers the summarizes it in a brief statement so that you clearly understand what is taking place and what will soon take place. The next thing, as you know, these are January's tarot readings or tarot scopes that will soon be coming off the page in the next week or so. Here on my homepage is Decoding the Illusion. You know, I covered the bird box here. Now, the very first video, the Most High's Covenant, just talking about stuff now, has to do with the contract that divinity made with man. I go into detail about that. The next is Put 'em up, mother, MFA. And I made that video to talk about how we have been put at odds with each other here in the world. And it is leading us to be, again, very destructive. And remember, that goes against the rules to us ascending. And so in the next one, I'm going to cut brief, just going over my channel a little bit. The next one is about the Illuminati and a little bit I know about that. And then the next one is called The Danger of Social Polarity. And it talks about how even though we're all in this experience together, we have different viewpoints and how those various viewpoints are leading us to war and to have battles. And it's these religious differences, all kind of things. I have another video on here and it's called Diversity, I think. And that goes into cultural diversity and how that plays. Now, what I really wanted to point out to you here is the video I was referring you to. It's called End Times Prophecy and Why Your Ass is Grass Due to the World's Greatest Pyramid Scheme. I'm trying to, right here, these next few videos are a part of that line of messages or astrological interpretations that I've done here on my YouTube channel that are concentrations on the various points of the outline video we just watched, the overall outline video. And you see there, it says you have the answer to the future. And it goes, it's just a part. Now, mind you, at the time, it took me a minute to draw a correlation between the videos I was making as the result of studying the stars every month. And one day I was like, this is the exact same thing that was in that overall message back in 2016. And so I had to compile all of those astrological interpretations and watch them and go back and watch the prophetic message. I was like, and I realized that the prophetic message again was a blueprint, and the various astrological energies are step by step progress, re-education process in order to get us to ascend. You know, because if we don't progress successfully, that would suggest then that we will descend. Now, divinity hasn't came and told me that we gonna descend, but I kind of got the idea based on the information that I'm receiving. And then the next one is repent to be pinned from 2018. And it just saying, hey, just change our ways, change our ways. Remember, y'all some ego driven, selfish people that think you're vibrating high, but you're vibrating very low. And you are bringing upon yourself some really negative future experiences. And so repent. And I use a lot of religious words, or I use somewhat of a religious vocabulary because, number one, religion was one of my filters. I'm not in the church anymore, but that filter still stands and I still honor it, especially since I believe that I understand it in more detail now. And plus, these are words that many of us are familiar with. And so you always hear me say, even though I might be reading a scripture, using a word that has some type of religious connotation to it, I'm not trying to convert anyone. I'm just trying to build a language that we all understand. I'm trying to communicate in a language that we all understand. Let's see. And there is the video I was just saying a few minutes ago that I made when the stars were talking about pay attention to your soul. See where your soul is. And it's called the State of the Soul Address. And it's, I don't know, the State of the Soul Address, something. Let me see what y'all talking about. You say, seeing second and ninth dimensions. Wow, second to the ninth dimensions, fifth galaxies in them, and called Milky Way. All of them different, but still called Milky Way. When I look in my books, everyone I look at and point out don't have to read, but all say possible to have or support life or destroy galaxy. See? Yeah, see? It's the same message actually everywhere. You know, throughout my studies, my life, my education, I realized the whole story has been the same forever. It's just broken up into like 1,000-piece puzzle scattered all over the earth. And it's in everything. It's in everything. And I think that a lot of the people in entertainment get their inspiration from this reality. See, this that we're experiencing is our reality. I'm not talking about the physical reality, the government shutdown. I'm talking about our reality as far as our souls being in this physical body, going through these circumstances and situations for the purpose of the evolution or the development or the opportunity for our souls to repent and to heal and to be re-educated. But they, when I say they, I'm talking about Hollywood, I'll say, creates all of these films and things, and we think that it is entertainment. We have been improperly influenced in that way. So back to the State of the Soul address, and it was talking about understanding who you are on the inside, your soul, your essence. You are a part of divinity, and remember, some of us have truly been improperly influenced. We all messed up, but some of us a little more darker than others. And it was saying to understand your soul at a certain time because we were going to have the social gathering. That's another thing I rambled about in that video. We're going to have the social gathering, or this coming together of special interest groups, families, and different things like that. And it was for a purpose. It's divine. It seems divinely orchestrated to me. And everything is happening during an appointed time. Again, using religious words or vocabulary because it's something that we're familiar with. And also for lack of better words. But everything seems to be really happening in divine timing. The thing that irritates me, and I'm sure it irritates a lot of the people that come view videos on my channel, is it's been very hard for me to concentrate on the individual, because remember in that video we just watched, and when I interpreted the stars of that time, that prophetic message, it was saying what y'all got going on an individual level, your ego-driven desires are being washed away. I am suppressing them, talking about divinity or the message in the stars. I am suppressing your ability to advance in these areas of life. As long as it's selfish, I'm suppressing it. Because if I don't suppress it, divinity, do not suppress your ego-driven desires, then you will never, ever, ever move forward and address issues that you need to address. And so I can imagine where a lot of love relationships are. A matter of fact, I said here a couple of days ago, and I said, Nancy, you're going to read love readings for your subscribers and your viewers. And I sat here and I shuffled the cards, I meditated on them, and the messages I got were not what we want to hear. It wasn't what we want to hear. And I was like, okay, I shuffled the cards together again, and I prayed over and I shuffled it, I laid it out again. It didn't matter what message. It just pointed more to the healing that we need. You know, even if we're in a relationship, some area of our life that needs healing is more important, and it's leading us or the individual to contribute into other people's life, ill will, one way or another. And so it seems like we're at a very vulnerable state right now. Like we got to do something. And I'm not saying the world going to end. I don't see the world going to end. I do call some things end time or prophetic messages and things apocalyptic, but not in the sense that we've been taught by Hollywood. Apocalyptic would be relative to our experience here if, like, the government don't open up. Something that, if we even think about it in detail, is for real, like fear strikes fear, horror. Why do I always have a problem with the word horror in our hearts and minds, to think that people won't have food, people will be homeless, and this government shutdown. See, we would finally see, when I say we, humanity would finally see the extent of our government and its powers and its outreach if the government does not open back up. If those documents are not signed, if an agreement is not met, then we're going to really see how far the tentacles of our governmental system reaches into society. No, it reaches into the world, how it covers the world. That our government system, I do believe, covers more aspects of this world than we are conscious and aware of. And that will be apocalyptic realization for many people that think they are safe. You know, our society, our cultures, I don't think it matters what part of the world you're in, we're built on each other's back. And for even the underclass to be removed or disturbed, for the middle class to drop, that will affect the whole world, the whole economy, lifestyle, et cetera, et cetera. Now that is what I believe is truly apocalyptic. Now, as far as our world, the physical world, and the changes that it is going through, these changes are our fault. We did it. And that's another thing that I ended that video with, talking about how we were responsible for, again, being good stewards and shepherds over even this earth. We devastated this earth, whether directly or indirectly. And so the things that we are experiencing, like the tornadoes and the pitfalls or the landslides and the sinkholes and different things like that, we're quickening, we're causing it to happen. All of the excavating, the digging, the drilling, the displacement of the natural sediments and ores and minerals and things like that left great gaps in the earth, and she has to resettle herself. I mean, that's just common sense. And so the time is coming. It's actually, I wish I knew the name of this video. It's a video on, I guess it's called a video or documentary. I think it was on, it's been some years. What was that? I think it was the History Channel I was watching. And it was about the wealth of the earth and all that has been excavated uh, over a period of time. And so when we think about all the things that have been excavated, drilled up from the earth, if you heard how much is stored up, you will understand how we've displaced critical foundations to the subterranean area of the earth, causing it to fall in. Not only that, when digging and drilling takes place, there are gases that are released into the air, and it's affecting what they call ozone and things like that. We overlook those things. Those are not things that we've thought about. Every time we drill, every time we blow something up, that stuff is trapped here, and it's constantly pressing against I'll say, our ceiling. I'm not a flat earther. I still believe in a sphere, but it has to have an impact. And then, any debris that you throw up in the air soon falls back down, And so these are just realities that we haven't taken in consideration, that we're now living the effects out of our acts. But in reality, the government officials and the scientists don't want us to know that. They don't want us to know that, because if people really knew, they would demand them to stop. We would have to figure out how we can live more simplistically in order to make sure that we're okay in this earth, to give earth time to regenerate herself, renew herself, and not wipe us off the face of the earth, And again, I'm just kind of rambling. I just wanted to share that prophetic message. The next video is C 2018. C 2018. All zodiac signs. See the future, basically. And so I was offering information in that video that it seems like, how can I say, every individual in humanity, I believe, is getting the same message from divinity. But you have to be willing to accept it. But we're so preoccupied with our own lives that we ignore it. And so some of the messages that I've been getting in the stars lets us know that the message is broad. And it's a seed that's been planted in us all. It may be subliminal to some, and it's in the subconscious. And the subconscious is a portal to your soul. It's down in there, but you may again be preoccupied with life itself. And so I'm just kind of clicking, showing you my page if you haven't looked around. And I would I ask you that if you ever come to my page and it don't look like what I'm showing you now, let me know. Let me know, because some of this stuff about YouTube, I'm not understanding how it works. And I keep messing around trying to figure some things out. Oh, that's the bird box. Current events, subliminal messages. That's another thing. I'm going to cover that. I don't think I got nothing else under there. Okay. I just want to talk about that bird box briefly. And that's in the mirror and the little fairy tale talks about the experiences we have, and it was shrouding our human condition from us since we were a child. That's what that was about. But it was interesting to me how this Bird Box movie came out, and it was again a rave. It's really trending. It was hot. And how it was a subliminal message to the populace. Again, the information is known. The information is being shared, especially by Hollywood. Something that I didn't quite believe in. I wasn't conscious. I would see the movies and I was like, well, dang, that's what I know. That's what I know. But I never understood that it was conscious, that they were doing it consciously in order to inform the masses that they knew would accept it as pure entertainment. As mentioned, I would know these things that I'm watching, like, dang, I know that dang, I wish I could write a movie. How they do that? They know. You know. But they are over, they're flooding you with, what do you call it? I can't even think of the word. That's when it's time to make it off. But they're flooding you with distractions, so that you can't see. And we can't see, again, because we don't understand that we're more than just this physical body. I will testify. For a long time, I didn't know that I was more than just this physical body. That I was before and that I will be after I leave this physical body. I know that now. Again, I didn't know. And so if you don't know that you're more than this physical body, you have no grand spiritual ambitions. You have no eternal connection. You don't have any of that. It's just this. And if it's just this, then you can completely be absorbed and preoccupied with everything of this world. And it wrecks your nerves because many times what we want don't go the way we want it to go. And this is all we feel like we got. This is all we're invested in because this is all that we know. But once we awaken, see, part of the process of the awakening is going to be that we realize that we are greater than this body. Good night, y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all no longer. Thank you for entertaining me tonight here at Can Angels Fly Tarot. And if you're ever interested in ordering your own personal tarot reading, all you have to do is contact me at my email. My email is canangelsfly1@gmail.com. Bye, y'all. And I'm going to read the chat later on, probably tomorrow. Bye.